Hello, Taurus. Welcome. This is your full moon love reading. This is a general reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So it won't resonate with everyone, so keep that in mind. The messages are for whoever needs to hear them at this moment. So take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. So let's see what the universe has for all of our Taurus in love. Before I do that, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, each and every one of you. All right, Taurus, what's going on? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. For this full moon, dear universe, we're looking for messages for the greatest and highest good for all of our Taurus in some kind of a relationship. What message do you have, dear Taurus, for this full moon? Dear universe, messages for the greatest and highest good for all of our Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for all of our Taurus in love, dear universe. What messages do you have for the greatest and highest good for our Taurus in love at this time? I feel like some of you feel like something's just not working. I just quickly saw that. Ooh. I feel like somebody's trying to force something. Wow. Okay. So again, something is just not working. And I feel like you're at a point where the only option you have left is to go away. Now remember, these messages are not for everyone. So I see someone moving on. Here we have an Empress and an Emperor. So you know, you two are like a big power couple. It's like, it's one of these things when you guys are together and you work together and you guys see eye to eye, man, you guys could move mountains, but you don't. You don't see eye to eye. It's like each one of you is in your own power play. And what I think you don't see coming, is a message. You know, I think things are starting to move in acceleration because, you know, somebody's ready to move, and that's you, Taurus. It's like you're ready to just move on. You're done dealing with this Empress. You know, you guys can't even look at each other. So I feel like there's a lot of communication that's happening right now. Things that I think are going to start to put you more in a place of power. Right now, what sits above you is this King of Swords energy. Okay? And I'm going to call it energy because I don't see it as a person. I see it as this is you. You know, you want to move on because you feel like everything is so out of control and out of order. And it's like, I feel like you can't even, you know, get your footing. But the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, it's got your back. So I feel like everything that's happening is happening for a real reason. Now, I'm also picking up that this King of Swords is another person. You may be the third person in a situation. And that's why you're ready to move on. You know, you have an opportunity to really grab a hold of the sword here. But there's a fear of actually really saying what you want to really say. But I do sense that you do, not knowing how the outcome could be, because you're ready to move no matter what. You're ready to move away. No matter what, because it's just not working, and it's really toxic energy. And you have been trying to really think outside of the box on how to make your moves and get away. Yeah, because this relationship, it's like you've tried everything. And again, I pick up this power play, like the two of you just, at one time, maybe you guys really ruled the world, but now it's like you guys have turned against each other, and it has turned you into a different kind of a person. See, there could be a new relationship coming in, but I would be very careful of it. Wow. So we have the Ace of Cups. Here comes some news. Somebody comes in. There's a new relationship coming on. I would be very careful about a new relationship coming in real quick. I think you need to really keep all of your options open. This could be a relationship from a past comes in real quick. I don't know whether or not you want to go there, Taurus, because this person, they're the Knight of Cups. This person that may be coming in, giving you an offer. They offer love without really meaning it. I always see this as love them or leave them type of energy. So that's who this King of Swords may be. You might have somebody like that. And they may be the catalyst that ends this between you and your person. But I do feel like this is it's almost like you need a push to get away from an old relationship towards a new one. Because I don't know if you really want to fix this or not. I see you wanting to move away, but you're indecisive because you're not sure. And that's why this could be a catalyst for the change that's necessary to turn this around. Because over here, you're not clear about the decision you want to make. But the two of you continue butting heads. And in comes this other energy, this other person. Brings you some love. And it probably feels really good, to have somebody pay a lot of attention to you. And that kind of makes you think more about the decision you want to make with this person, who you are already involved with. My feeling is that if you stand your ground, you'll know how to make a decision. Because like I say, you've got this Wheel of Fortune definitely has your back. I mean, I feel like, right here, it's like, don't you worry, because things are turning, and they're turning in a good direction, and that requires movement, so you looking at how are you going to move on in a way? In comes this other person, third person, player type of energy. Gives you some real loving right there. You start to feel really good about yourself. But you find out that, you're not the only one that, they make you feel real good. So I feel like this energy right here to me is a real catalyst, a push to move towards calmer waters and help you make a decision about this relationship you're involved in. I mean, because look, the two of you guys, you can't even talk to each other. You can't even look at each other. But when you turn it around, I mean, that's powerful. Because now the two of you, I mean, you guys can rule the world, like I say, move mountains. And I think that's what you want to work towards ultimately. But right now, you guys can't even look at each other. And I think that's why temptation comes in. So let's get a little clarity on this reading. All right. See, look, bottom of the deck, without even shuffling the moon card. See, this is a full moon reading. And the full moon, it shines light on issues. So this is an issue that's being shown light, so that things can start to turn in a more positive favor, so that, maybe this relationship needs some real truth that needs to come out. All right. Whoa. I just wanted to quickly look at those. So the Ace of Swords came up reversed in that pile. That and this need for finances and balance. So, dear universe, I'd like to get some clarity for our Taurus on this issue. Ooh. Yeah, somebody has to open their eyes. So I'm picking up a very young energy. We have a Princess of Wands and a Princess of Swords. And I feel like this is, maybe you have children, but this Princess of Wands knows how to reach for the stars. It's like they know what's going on. But then at the same time, it's like they have this flip side. Maybe this is your kid, maybe this is the person you're dealing with, maybe this is the Empress, but I mean, this is too young, I think, to follow the Empress, unless the Empress is really immature. That would be pretty dangerous. But anyway, back to these two cards. The Princess of Wands and, sitting here with the Princess of Swords. This is somebody who doesn't know how to control, like, their mouth, their temper. Like, they have temper tantrums. Like, they're just very, very, I don't know, short-sighted comes to mind. And I think because of this immature energy that comes up, it's like, that's why you want to move towards calmer waters. It's like, it's really difficult to deal with an Empress when she acts like a child. Well, I wonder if you're dealing with somebody who acts like a child. That's either you or them. See, I think when, because there's an issue between the two of you. I mean, you two are a power couple, right? And somebody's acting like a child. And I think this goes back, this is a cycle that the two of you have. Here again, the Princess of Pentacles. So we have 3 princesses. So I feel like this is your children. I think it's not just about you, what's going on. It's also about your kids. You might have 3 girls, because there's 3 women down, 3 little girls here. And each one a little different from the next. But one of them is in trouble. Okay, if you have 3 kids, and this could be for a whole different person. I feel like there's a real message here with 3 girls, and one of them needs a little bit of extra attention, because the energy that this Princess of Swords has, like I say, it's a very tantrum kind of energy. It's a very, misdirected, misguided. This is like, to me, the energy of, out of these 3, like this one could be going down a wrong road. So just be aware for whoever needed to hear that. On another level, I still think it has a lot to do with, this Empress. I keep picking up the Empress as acting like a child. It's like they want everything their own way. I feel like there's somebody here has like this real, they're kind of a real free spirit type of energy. And I think somebody has a hard time with that. That this one person, it's like somebody just doesn't want to grow up and then they have to live with their actions. It's like, oh, I'm just trying to have fun, and everybody's so serious, because I feel like there's a level of immaturity in this relationship, and it starts to affect your children. It starts to affect everyone, so much so that this need to be more independent and free to do whatever you want leaves you always looking back to see, oh gosh, what did I just do? Yeah, that was just a real ramble, because, yeah, again, I feel like there's 3 people involved. So things start to move quickly, because you can't keep pretending that everything is all right when it's not. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. It's like it's affecting the relationship between the 2 of you is affecting everyone. And it's really affecting your kids. So I think it's time to move towards calmer waters. And I think there's a third person pops their head in, that just kind of it becomes that energy that starts to put everything in perspective. And I think this is the kind of energy that comes out at the full moon, because the full moon shines light on issues that need to be addressed. So I think that's what's coming your way, Taurus. I sure hope that made sense, because I feel like that, there was a lot that I don't even remember what I said. So this Ace of Wands reversed, it's kind of screaming at me right now. Because it's like you want the passion back with this person. But if they don't, change their ways, you're not sure what you're going to do. Because all you know is you want to move towards something that feels better. And I think at one time you guys had a real flame going between each other. I think you 2 really were strong. You guys definitely have this strong past about you. But like here again, we have this Queen of Swords. I just feel like there's this energy around you that puts you guys in a real negative place, with each other. And it's really unfortunate, because there really is more strength between the 2 of you than you guys realize. But I feel like you guys are in such a space right now that it's going to take another, something else to come in to snap you guys out of this, so that you quit butting heads. I mean, because things have been really unfair. And I think emotions are everywhere. So I think it's about like, wow, let's just kind of like stop this runaway train. Yeah. So I feel like there's a good outcome on the horizon, because now we have the 3 of Cups, and these 3 girls are really all happy. But I feel like there's going to definitely be, the Tower moment comes in. Even though I don't see the Tower, I feel it. I definitely feel it. And I think it kind of shifts everything into a place where, you can just kind of go through all of these like turbulent waters and this energy between the 2 of you, because I feel like somebody comes back, it's like when everybody realized how heavy this has been, the energy of this one person, not growing up. I mean, really, it's just like, I get this energy of like, somebody has this real temper tantrum. And, it's very immature, but, there's a real love between the 2 of you, but there's a heaviness too. And I feel like it comes to light. I feel like your intuition starts to help you gain some footing, get some grounding, and some perspective. And I think if you just know that everything that's going on, and I really feel like you need to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You know, because like I say, I think this is a very quick kind of energy that comes in to snap everybody out of it. And it's very necessary. It's almost like it's a divine process that's going on. And it's something I think that you've been like spiritually asking for on some level. All right. So that's what I have for you. These endings here of carrying all the weight. I feel like, you know, it starts to turn. But you got to figure out how to find that passion in all this mess. And I think this brings to light how much you really care about each other. Just saying. All right, that's what I've got for you, Taurus. Till the next reading, blessed be, and I'll see you then. Bye now.